Hello, it's Red Knight here and welcome back to Food Street, the #1 game for restaurant owners and chefs anywhere in the world. Now I just love playing this game because I actually own a restaurant and it's all down to my own skills and abilities to build this restaurant up and to make all of my customers really happy. And the name of my restaurant, it's R3DKNIGHTs Place. So if you're in town, do pop along, have a look at the menu, choose something wonderful to eat, and then if you're satisfied, remember to leave a tip, because I enjoy the tips and basically my staff would love to get some extra money out of me. Right, now what are we going to be doing? Well, the first thing I need to do is to start playing the game by looking at the orders. Now I would strongly recommend when the game first opens up that you focus on the orders just to see what you've got to do, and then you can have a look at any items that have been made overnight or in between you switch the game off and now. So before you even harvest any of the vegetables, before you even collect any of the products, double check the orders first, just so you can get a rough idea on what you need to start collecting, and then basically you will do those ones first and you will find that you won't run out of space within your storage. You've got two storage areas. You've got the refrigerator, which fills up very quickly, and you've also got a nice section next to the refrigerator in this video where you can also keep stuff. Now I love to expand both of those too, and as you expand they do change the design as well. They become much bigger and better, and I like that aspect of the game. I love it when you can expand something and it changes its imagery. Now at the moment in the video I'm a level 7, and very soon it looks like I'm going to be becoming a level 8. Oh yes. So I need to collect and make lots of products and then sell them or make some goods. Now at the moment all I can really do is make some items and then sell them to my customers. I can't really sell them to any other restaurants until much later in the game, i.e. level 8 onwards. So very soon I will be showing you that change. Now you've got loads of orders here. If you can't do the order or you'd rather not spend the time doing it, just bin it and send it away. I have no qualms about doing it, and I've done it quite a few times. The same with the customers that come to you asking about a takeaway. You do not have to spend the time and energy doing them. Again, just send them away if you don't want to service them. Just focus on what you can do and basically stick to that at the moment. Now the actual design you're looking at as well at the moment is my restaurant as it used to be. Now it has changed, and as you watch more of my videos you will start to see the designs or a new image. And just to let you all know as well, I'm going to be making some videos of other restaurants and I will show you some of their imagery and design as well, just so you've got a good idea on what you can or can't do. Now if you want to change the design of your restaurant, if you look down in the left hand corner there, you'll see that what looks like a building that's had part of its face cut off. That little button there will put you into your menu for changing things. Now I've got a welcome offer here, a nice little package. It will allow me to get more gems if I want it, and the prices look quite reasonable, or I can get coins. Now I'm not the kind of person that actually spends money on a game. I like to just play and then progress at my own pace. I don't really worry too much about speeding up the game. But if you want to progress much faster, you're looking to have a really beautiful restaurant and you don't want to wait for it, then by all means do spend money and buy those gems and coins. But do remember, it is real cash you're going to be paying for these items. Right, now what have we got here? Okay, lots of products here that I'm actually collecting. So I'm harvesting all of the items that are growing. Now be very careful. Make sure that you pay attention to the timing and don't grow too much, because if you grow too much of one item you will not have enough space in storage until you can actually expand. So be very aware of that. Now this is the menu that I was on about for changing. Pressing the floor plan button and then showing the show and hide will make everything vanish. The chair gives you the walls and the seats and the tables. And later I want to change my tables because I'm not happy with those yellow tables and chairs. I want to be a little bit different and more creative. Now, for you that have started playing this game, what's your impression so far? Do you find it easy or difficult? Have you thought, okay, I want to change something? Now, I've noticed a couple of things I'd like to change. One, when I'm actually looking at the vegetables, okay, I know what the vegetables are, but I would like to have words above the imagery. Same when I look at the pantry here, I would like to have words above the actual item, just to make it easier for me as a more visual cue to the actual picture that I'm looking at. Okay, now for the imagery itself with the pictures, okay, it is very, very clear and understandable. But as you're starting to make dishes, I must admit, I don't yet remember what all the names of the dishes are, even the ones I'm looking at now. So I have to tap on their icon just to show me what the name is so I can make sure I produce the right item. But then again, when you're looking at the orders, you just match up the images. It's very, very simple. Right, now, I'm not too keen on the white walls. I want to change that. I'm going to, at some stage, do some other modifications like adding grass. I will be putting some fences in and adding some trees that I will be able to purchase later within the game. So I'm really looking forward to leveling up and to be able to doing a lot more within this game. It's a really, really interesting and creative game in itself. Okay, right, now I'm going to time warp ahead and basically come back a little bit later within the game. Now, why am I going to do that? Well, I want to go and chat to the fisherman, so I guess it's time for me to take a walk and go and speak to him one more time. So, see you in a little while. Okay, I'm back again. Now, I had a really, really nice conversation with the fisherman, and he has promised to supply me with lots of fish and other items that I need. And we enjoyed a nice little packed lunch together. So, he's such a nice dude. I really enjoy the conversation, and he knows a lot about fish. So, I'm really hoping that he will give me some recipe ideas for when it comes to making sushi within the game. Because, as you know, I'm from Japan, and I just love to eat sushi, so I cannot wait. Okay, now every day you get a spin the wheel. In case you hadn't noticed, make sure you do go over and spin it because the prizes can be wonderful. And if you land on the times 2, your next spin will give you 2 times that one item. Yay! And what am I going to get? Oh my god, I just got some milk. Perfect! I just love to drink milk. And milk is so delicious. And guess what? I'm now a level 8. Oh yes, very, very nice. So 300 coins, 2 gems, 3 greens, 3 tomatoes, a new machine, new pasta dish, and cheese I can now make. Oh yes. But what's the most important thing about level 8? This option here. I can now trade. This will allow me to trade the items that I'm actually producing, so that's things that I'm making or growing, and I can sell them to everybody else around the world. So you have 2 options here. On the left hand side is your friends bar, so everybody that you've friended on Facebook or Game Center at the moment will appear here. On the right hand side is the world option, and that does refresh, but there's only a certain number of people that you can actually see. You've also got the option as well to actually sell some of your items, and basically you've got the 2 storage locations where items are located. Do be careful though, because they do fill up very, very quickly, so you don't want to be keeping too many of some items. So this selling or trading of items that you have in storage is really, really useful, and I've done it many, many times already, and it does help. It adds coins, for example, but it does clear that space so you can start making more and more produce or more and more food, especially if you have too many of one item. Now do check out your friends' bars. Do go and have a look at their restaurants, and basically if you see the helping hand, go and help them. Now do also check out the world, because sometimes you can get some really good deals. On occasion they're full price, but sometimes people are just selling them for what I call the base price, and you can get some really nice deals. And if you're missing some items, you may find them as well. Now, I have noticed that sometimes I will tap on the item and then, oh my god, someone else has bought it before I could get it, which is a shame. But not to worry though. See that red hand? That is the help me hand. So someone is requesting help. So if I go to their restaurant by tapping on the visit button just at the top of the center of the screen, it will allow me to go to their restaurant, and then I can find out what kind of help they need. If you see items in the boxes that you want, just tap on them and it will allow you to buy them depending on the storage you have and the amount of coins. Right, now I've just pressed the visit button. Let's go and have a look. What help do they need? So a standard layout for the restaurant at the moment, some slight modifications, and there is some help. A revive. So all I need to do is just tap on that tree. My icon comes up to say that I visited, and basically now I've revived that item. Now personally I can't see what kind of benefit I'm getting out of this. When I'm reviving trees as an example, or the bushes maybe, am I getting any experience or coins or something, or is it just me helping someone out? Now, later on within the game, I will show you another help option, and that one does pay. There is a nice return on that one. But at the moment, I can't see anything in relation to helping someone, just the fact that you're being very, very neighborly and helping another restaurant out when they need a helping hand. Now placing the machines down is very, very simple. You just go into your menu option for changing the settings, and the top section there where you'll see the number 1 is for machines. Now at the moment I'm in edit mode, and there is the machine I can get. 200 coins for 1 dairy. So let's buy that one. And the blue button allows me to change the direction. The green one is put it in place, and the X is cancel that. Now at the moment it's still in the packaging containers, but when I actually close off the edit menu, it will start counting down. Now depending on the machine, it will take a short time or a long amount of time. And then I would recommend, if it's a long time, just coming away and then coming back to the game later, and you will find it's ready to be opened. So 32 seconds left there, then I will have that new machine ready. I think I can stay online for this one and just let it go. 2 soups currently at the moment. See, this is what I mean by having a name. I wish there were a name just above the item. Now if I tap on the item, it does tell me the name of the product, but it means it's an extra function for me, and I really would love to have the name above the items in that section with the machines, please. So Food Street, designers, creators, that's one recommendation or request I have, please. Okay, my basic role at the moment is growing crops, making items and selling them. It's a very, very simple game, and it's not too challenging at all. I just love the graphics in the game. Look at the detail there. It really looks good, doesn't it? Even the effects of the crops when you actually harvest them jumping up like that. Again, it's very, very visual. Okay, right, now as you can see there, I've got a little package there that needs to be unwrapped. So if I do tap on that package, my machine will be ready, and I'm going to get more stars for that. So yay, more experience points. Now with this machine I can make some cheese, and then later I will be able to make some cream, and then further on some other products. I just like that, don't you? Ooh, milk there. Okay, now you'll see there Stella's Cafe. Now every day do visit her stall once you actually get up to level 8, because everything that she sells you can buy, and it's only for you and it's not for anybody else. Everybody has their own purchase that they can actually get from her. Whereas everything else that's sold by everybody else in the game, that can be bought by anybody. But Stella's Cafe, that's just for you. So buy everything. If you don't have the space, it's okay. Buy what you need at that time, but do remember to buy all of the rest of the items before she actually resets the next day. Otherwise, you will lose them. Actually, I'm not sure on that. I wonder if you do lose them. I haven't tested that. So I've just been buying everything. So maybe I think when I make my next video, which will be quite a few from this one, I will actually leave one item there and see if it stays the same the next day. Right, now I've jumped to one of my friend's restaurants here, and look at this design layout. Doesn't that look good? You can see the tree where I've revived and helped, and I like what he has done here. An interesting use of space, open walls and windows, and nice wall fences there with the hedgerows. That looks pretty good. Let's go and have a look at another one. Okay, very standard pattern here, not much of a difference, and very, very nice. Kind of looks like mine in some ways. I think when many people first start, they will keep the design very, very similar, not changing the sign of the restaurant, because you probably don't realize that you actually can change it. But in edit mode, you can move everything within that area, so please do so if you want to. Look at the attention to detail here with these people. I just love the way they're looking at the menu there, scanning from left to right, drinking a drink, eating food. Now I think the way that the waiters are serving the food is a little bit unusual. It feels like they're actually throwing the food at the people, which is quite funny in itself. But I do like that, and it's actually quite cool to watch. Now I've got a visitor there who's asking for something, and you've just noticed there that I had a rock, and if you tap on items that are located around your restaurant that you don't want to be there, it will give you the option to chop them down, to remove them, or do something else. So if you have the resources and you don't want it, you can remove things. But remember, you can't really put them back once they're gone, so you might want to just leave some of them there sometimes and work around them with your design, especially with the trees as an example. Now what am I thinking here? Now I'm looking to change something. Now what I'm actually doing here is changing the wall. So I'm in the edit mode, and when you're in the edit mode, if you tap on something, it will allow you to raise it up. If you're satisfied with the position, it's the tick mark. If you're wanting to get rid of it, you see the little red and orange button. That would allow you to sell it back to the stall, or to actually put it into the storage. Now I'm the kind of person who likes to store things because you never know, I might need them later. I think selling them off is not really worthwhile within the game, so I'm going to be keeping those items. Now what I'm doing here is actually moving my walls into a different location. This is what allows you to change the shape. Now I can keep those walls there, I can get rid of them, I can do many things. But basically what I've done here is move them back. Now if I want to, I can actually change the colour. So look at the colour scheme you've got there. And as you scroll down, there is a lot more you can actually change it to as well. So maybe I might even think about doing a rainbow image. Now I'm actually adding some windows here, and again you've got different size windows or shapes. If you want to, be more creative there as well. And as you can see, I'm just moving things, twisting it around, trying new ideas or new shapes, just to see how it feels. Now notice there as I just put the blocks down, for the actual window. Depending on where you want it in the grid, you may find that actually turning it puts it into a better position than moving it to the next grid. So sometimes you'll want it in one grid, not another grid. So to get it in the right location, just turn it, and it does make it feel much better. So at the moment when I look at it there, it looks kind of horrible because there's a gap where the windows are joining. So I need to put a wall piece into place there just to make it a little bit better. You also see that small window is in the wrong location. Now if I actually twist it, it will go into the right location. But again, the choice is yours on what you want to do. Now I didn't like what I was doing there, so I've put those two items back into storage. You'll see as well on the inside of my restaurant at the moment, I've got this green grassy area. So I will need to change that. And to do that, you're going to have to go into the flooring section. Now with all of the walls and the building materials in the way, and the machines there, okay, it's really difficult to see. So you might want to use the show and hide to get everything out of the way. Okay, the X button for the floor will remove pieces out the way, so if you want to get rid of something, please do so. And the green tick mark will get rid of it. What you can do as well is just tap on another square and it will allow you to position it, and then you can stretch it from that location. It's really simple. Now I'm just trying out some new designs here. I'm not worrying too much about my restaurant. I'm just moving some things around just to see how it looks. If you're moving something and it becomes red, i.e. like the square you've just seen, basically it means that you cannot place it there. Now what I'm doing here is moving my entrance. So I'm moving it from the place it was more to the left hand side and a little bit more towards the back as we look at this restaurant now. Okay, it looks like I'm going to need some new pieces here. Maybe 2 more windows. Okay, right, now I'm adding floor pieces here. Now by putting it down and then just stretching it, it will allow me to place those pieces over the green area like I'm doing at the moment. Now it's kind of challenging doing it this way. That's why I recommend clicking on the show and hide button, because it does make it much easier. Perfect. My first expansion. Yay! Doesn't that look good? And I've moved all the way down in that left bottom direction. So I'm quite happy about that. So close off the edit mode and I now have a bigger restaurant. Oh yes, isn't that so cool? Right, focusing more on my orders. I got 3 there waiting. Products collected. Can do that one. Oh, I can do that one as well. Very nice. And another one. Yay. I so like it when you can start selling things and getting lots of money. But do be careful you don't sell the last of some resources, because it's very challenging to get them back. And level 9. Oh yes, and I get 300 gold coins, some gems, and an apple tree. So drag the apple tree icon from the farm tab and then just move it into any position you would like to place it. Now again, it will be green or red for putting it in the right location, and once you've got it in the right location, then just let it go and it will plant a new tree, which will then grow and produce fruit. And in the case of the first tree, it's going to be apples, and with the apples you can make some marvelous drinks. Oh yes, apple juice. Yummy. I just love apple juice. Actually, what's my favorite drink? Now, I'm a coffee drinker, and I was so happy to notice that there is a coffee machine within this game. So, yeah, I think I will be drinking loads of my own product. So, not selling the coffee beans, not selling the coffee, but just drinking it all to myself. I will be my own takeaway. Oh my god, drinking my profits, that's terrible. So far with all of the food, what's my favourite? Well, I'm an Englishman and I do enjoy sandwiches. So I must admit for myself, maybe the bread is the best focus. Now, recently my son came back from England after spending a month there with my parents, and he brought me back a whole block of fully mature English cheddar. Oh, yummy, yummy, yummy. And that is currently sitting in my refrigerator in my kitchen. And I'm so pleased that I will be able to make some nice cheese and pickle on toast for breakfast this weekend. Oh, yes. I wonder, does this one have cheese and pickle on toast as one of the options? Now, I know the game makers are based in the UK, so I wonder if a lot of the recipes will also include good British food. I'd love to see fish and chips. I'd love to see shepherd's pie, toad in the hole, steak and kidney pudding, pie mash and liquor, jellied eels. Oh my god, I'm so hungry now. Now, I actually do miss English food, and I must admit, I do really enjoy food, which is why this game really appeals to me. A lot of the games that I do play are because they are relaxing, and they have aspects that I really can enjoy, and that for me is very, very important. Moving my cropped planting areas around. Now, I do wish I had more of these, and I would like to know at what stage in the game I get more of those. Now, from looking at some of the restaurants within the game that are of a higher level, it appears that you don't get too many. Still, you never know. If you had too many, it would be too easy, so that probably gives it more of a challenge and makes it much more enjoyable. Right now, I've expanded my restaurant area. I think I will need to do a lot more in the future. So at the moment where I've got that little food case at the back there, I'm so tempted to move that wall back further just to make it a little bit better. Moving my cabinet now, that's the one that gives me my achievements, and I've been collecting lots of gems from that recently. Oh yes. Moving my cutlery holder just back a little bit. My till and service area. Where should I put that one? I think a more horizontal way is better. I don't like that angle at the moment. Now, I did see a really cool restaurant the other day. Basically, the way they designed it, you walk in and you're walking straight down into the restaurant, and then that till is further back, almost in a central position, and it really looked nice. A nice little carpet leading into the area. It was well done, well laid out. And I think that's probably one of the reasons why I'm going to be making a video on some of these restaurants, just so you can see what others look like, because as I said, there are some really cool designs out there. Moving items around, trial and error. Do I like it? Yes, no. Just be creative. That's all that I ask when it comes to this. In the meantime, while you're moving things around, your customers will be ordering food and eating lots of delicious dishes. Your machines will also be making the produce, which you can collect later, and you get lots of stars for that one. Harvest my vegetables and then plant some new ones. Those greens are very important, as I said, so make sure you have a good stock. and it seems to be wheat is also a strong one as well for some of these items. Okay, some orders I can do, some I can't. Now, should I serve those now? Yes, why not? Apple trees, they're still growing, so not yet ready to harvest my apples. Now, I do like the design of the apple trees. They look quite beautiful once they're actually full grown. It's quite cute. I would love to meet the designers of this game and then just thank them. They've actually put a lot of detail and attention into the imagery. It's very, very basic, but it is quite good. Okay, right, that's it for me. I'm going to say see you all next time, and please do enjoy playing Food Street. Don't forget to subscribe to my second channel and watch the rest of my videos. See y'all, goodbye.